Backpacking is more than tents, sleeping bags, and packs, all of which tend to be rather expensive. And then there's the little things that don't cost very much but can make a big difference. And nobody seems to want to talk about those. Until now, because that's what I'm talking about today. 10 items under $30 that make a big difference. Let's check it out. Most of the time when I hike, I eat freeze-dried meals and I tend to just eat out of the bag. But occasionally I share one of these meals with a friend, and it's always kind of strange to pass the bag back and forth, eating after one another. And so on trips like that, it's nice to have a bowl. A long time ago, I found these Fossil snap bowls that break down flat. They're super easy to use. I break it down flat and then I put it up against the wall of my pack and it takes up zero room. It weighs next to nothing and is a great little bowl, plate, whatever you need when you're sharing a meal with a friend. If you watch my videos, then you've probably seen this converter tube that converts a regular everyday water bottle into a reservoir. I got this because I love the convenience of a reservoir, but I hate filling them up. I've got a video all about it where I talk about how I used to carry this bulky pump filter just because it worked better with bladders, but then I fell in love with the Platypus Quick Draw, which is lighter, cheaper, and also under $30. I found the Quick Draw with a water bottle is just easier to fill up than a bladder. The converter tube gives me the best of both worlds. I think we can all agree that carabiners are a useful piece of gear. I've got a handful of items that just hang off my pack at any given time. Not to mention, carabiners are useful for hanging bear bags. But some time ago, I ran across this fire beaner that also has a built-in flint. If you're carrying a carabiner for any reason and using any type of gas stove, this is a nice and simple way to light your stove and hang stuff off your pack. It's got a bottle opener, which why would you have a bottle on a backpacking trip? It's beyond me, but it's useful. Inside the bottle opener is a little utility blade that quite frankly sucks at cutting cord, but hey, it's there. And it's even got a flathead screwdriver. For only 15 bucks, I mostly use it as a carabiner and a lighter, but it's still kind of cool. Okay, so I'm not a coffee drinker. Please don't hate me. But my wife is, and she tells me that the instant coffee is not all that great. So I got her one of these Java Drip pour-over coffee filters from GSI. The filter is fine enough that you can put coffee straight in it with no additional filter, and it would do just fine. But it's a bit of a pain to clean, so we also use these small cone filters just to make cleanup a little bit easier. Boil some water, pour it over your coffee grounds, and you have a nice hop of joe or whatever you coffee drinkers say. I also got my wife her own Toast titanium pot to use as a coffee mug. These are also under $30 and are simply incredible. Socks and underwear is something that everybody needs but nobody is talking about, and I've been loving these Bombas socks and boxer briefs. I even started wearing their performance t-shirts that you may have seen in some of my videos but probably didn't notice because it looks a lot like what I wore before. Now, when I say everyone needs socks, I do mean everyone. In a recent video, I mentioned that for every pair of socks you buy, Bombas will donate a pair to someone in need, and one of my viewers commented and said that he can confirm that Bombas hands out socks at his local VA office. Now, Bombas recently became a sponsor of this channel, and I want you to think about that for a minute. Bombas is helping take care of people experiencing homelessness, they're supporting this channel, and they're selling things that you already need. You're going to buy socks. Why not do some good at the same time? I bought these crazy colors, but they also sell plain looking socks too, both synthetic and merino wool, and if you use the code MyLifeOutdoors, you can take 20% off your first purchase. That's new customers only. Check them out through the link in the description. You'll be helping me, those in need, and yourself. Have you noticed how hard it is to find iso-butane at your local gear shop? It seems like every time I go into an REI, they are nearly sold out of these little canisters. So I recently picked up this cheap little transfer valve off of Amazon. Not only can I take 2 half-empty cans and make a whole can, now there's a bit of a trick to it that I can't really get into here, but follow the link in the description for a detailed explanation of how to safely use one of these to fill up cans at home. Most pieces of performance gear have some sort of durable water repellent finish that will eventually wear off, leaving water resistant and even waterproof gear susceptible to soaking. DWR actually needs to be reapplied on a semi-regular basis to keep gear like rain jackets, shells, and even tents functioning properly. And it's really easy to do with products like Nikwax. I've got a few different videos about Nikwax and how to use it that I will link in the description below. Go check those out to figure out how you can revive old, worn out gear with $12 and a washing machine. Okay, look, everybody poops, and if you're going outside, chances are really good that you're going to need a trowel. I have been on the hunt for the perfect poop trowel, and I think I finally found it with the Bogler trowel. The thing that I really love about the Bogler trowel is this little piece of plastic up on the top that keeps it digging into the ground and not my hand. I thought that I'd found the perfect trowel with the Vargo Dig trowel because it's got a rounded off corner at the top, but it's also got these little notches on the side that still dig into my hand, but not the Bogler trowel. It's lightweight at 13 grams, it's got a little bit of a serrated edge on there, and it costs under $20. Go check it out through the link in the description. If you hike enough, you'll eventually end up crossing a stream where you need to take off your boots and get your feet wet. And the number one thing I always want to have with me in a situation like that is a small towel to dry off my feet. I used to carry a bandana, but I recently wanted to get a proper towel. And so I picked up this Trek towel. Not only does it pack away really small, but it's also got this nice little silicone carrier case that makes it easy to hang off the back of my pack. And it's made out of nanofiber that I'm told is even lighter than microfiber. You can use towels to dry your feet or wipe down condensation on the inside of your single wall tent. In addition to my Trek towel, I even throw in a couple of these little small compressed towels that weigh next to nothing and are there just in case I need them. Okay, so there you have it, 10 affordable backpacking items that nobody's talking about that you might want to take on your next hike. If you like gear like this, check out this video right here, all about fun and quirky gear from small cottage brands. Check out Bombas through the links in the description. Thank you, Bombas, for sponsoring this video. Like, subscribe, and do all those other things. And as always, thanks for watching. And even waterproof gear susceptible to water damage. Not water damage, it doesn't damage it, just leaks.